Shopee was launched in 2015 in Singapore as an initiative of C Group, formerly known as Garena, a tech holding company focused on internet and digital entertainment in Southeast Asia. The company already had experience in the tech and gaming sector, but decided to expand into e-commerce, betting on the region's growth potential. Unlike other platforms that prioritize desktop, Shopee was conceived as a mobile-first app, meaning it was designed specifically for mobile devices. This made sense in a context where most internet users in emerging markets access the web through their phones. The goal was clear: to make the online shopping experience more accessible, faster, and safer for both buyers and sellers. In its early months, Shopee offered aggressive incentives to attract users: free shipping, discounts, and daily coupons. The platform also heavily invested in digital marketing and local influencers, boosting its visibility. Its model was that of a marketplace, connecting individual sellers and small shops with consumers, without operating directly as a retailer. Shopee also introduced Shopee Guarantee, a system that held buyers' payments until products were received, increasing trust in the platform. By 2016, just a year after its founding, Shopee was already operating in 7 Southeast Asian countries and Taiwan, Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam, the Philippines, and Taiwan. Each country had its own localized version of the app, adapted for language, local currency, and cultural or logistical particularities. That same year, the company saw explosive growth, with millions of downloads and a rapidly expanding user base. To support this expansion, Shopee invested in tech infrastructure, logistics, and customer support, while also developing seller tools like dashboards and performance analytics. In 2017, Shopee consolidated its presence in the countries where it operated, maintaining a strong focus on regional growth. The company continued to invest in massive promotional events like 9/9 and 11/11, which became key shopping dates across Asia. During this time, Shopee also began testing new product categories and partnerships with larger brands, signaling a shift beyond the informal seller base. By the end of 2017, Shopee was already one of the most promising e-commerce platforms in Asia, competing with giants like Lazada, Tokopedia, and JD.com. Its mobile-first model, combined with aggressive marketing and local adaptation, was essential to its early success. In 2018, Shopee entered a new phase of consolidation and strategic expansion. After rapid growth from 2015 to 2017, the company began focusing more on monetization, improving logistics infrastructure, and attracting large brands to the platform. Until then, most sellers were small entrepreneurs, but Shopee realized the need to balance the marketplace by bringing in official stores and well-known brands to boost consumer confidence and increase the average order value. During this time, Shopee launched Shopee Mall, a dedicated section for official brands and large retailers. The goal was to offer a more premium experience, with 100% authentic products, faster deliveries, and differentiated guarantees. This strategy was crucial to competing with rivals like Lazada, backed by Alibaba and Tokopedia. Meanwhile, the company continued to push promotional campaigns, especially the 9/9, 11/11, and 12/12 events, which moved millions of orders in a single day. These sales became tradition in the Shopee calendar and helped solidify the online shopping habit in the region. Also in 2018, Shopee began expanding beyond Asia. With the success of its mobile-first model in emerging markets, the company saw potential in expanding to new regions, especially Latin America. In 2019, this international expansion accelerated. Shopee officially announced its entry into Brazil, one of the largest e-commerce markets in Latin America. Its strategy followed the same formula that had worked in Asia: user-friendly app, free shipping, low prices, and constant promotions. Initially, many products came from China, with longer delivery times, but Shopee soon began encouraging local sellers to join the platform. Meanwhile, in its Asian markets, Shopee maintained its leadership or second-place positions, achieving impressive gross merchandise volume and app download metrics. The company came to be seen as one of the biggest success stories in mobile e-commerce, especially due to its focus on underserved markets neglected by giants like Amazon and Alibaba. In 2020, Shopee experienced one of its most important moments since its founding. The COVID-19 pandemic significantly accelerated the global growth of e-commerce, and Shopee was one of the main beneficiaries of this transformation. With millions of people staying at home and avoiding physical stores, e-commerce became a necessity, and Shopee responded quickly to this new demand. The company ramped up its promotional efforts, strengthened its local logistics, and enhanced its digital ecosystem. Sellers of all sizes, especially small businesses, became increasingly dependent on the platform. Shopee supported them with training tools, incentive campaigns, and continued offering free shipping with a minimum spend, something that became its trademark. Growth numbers were striking. In 2020, Shopee became the most downloaded shopping app in the world, according to App Annie, surpassing global competitors like Amazon, AliExpress, and Wish. In Southeast Asia, it ranked first in order volume, in-app time, and engagement. In Brazil, Shopee's presence expanded rapidly. The company increased investment in local marketing, ran campaigns with celebrities, and strengthened its base of national sellers, reducing delivery times and getting closer to Brazilian consumers. Also in 2020, Shopee opened a distribution center in São Paulo, an important step to improve logistics in the country. In 2021, Shopee maintained its rapid growth. The marketplace continued expanding its product catalog, with a focus on local goods, and consolidated Shopee Mall in Brazil, bringing well-known brands onto the platform. The app remained one of the most downloaded in the country, and played a key role in helping small entrepreneurs go digital. The company also experimented with new formats such as Shopee Lives, live stream sales and app games mixing entertainment with e-commerce, a trend known as shoppertainment already popular in Asia and spreading globally. Internationally, Shopee took its first steps into new markets, including Mexico, Chile, and Colombia, showing its ambition to become a global player. By the end of 2021, Shopee was active in more than a dozen countries, with millions of active sellers and billions of products sold. After the explosive growth during the pandemic, 2022 marked the beginning of a new phase for Shopee financial sustainability. The company began to face global economic pressures such as inflation, rising operational costs, and post-pandemic changes in consumer behavior. In response, Shopee adopted a more cautious stance focusing on efficiency and profitability without abandoning its growth model. One sign of this shift was the reduction in international expansion. Shopee decided to shut down or scale back operations in markets like France, Spain, India, and Argentina, where costs were high and returns uncertain. The new goal was to consolidate core markets such as Brazil, Mexico, Indonesia, the Philippines, and Malaysia. Also in 2022, Shopee conducted layoffs across various regions and restructured teams to adapt to the new economic landscape. At the same time, it continued investing in technology, local logistics, and improvements for sellers and buyers, focusing on user experience, data intelligence, and loyalty programs. In Brazil, Shopee maintained strong growth. Already one of the most visited e-commerce platforms in the country, it continued to expand its base of local sellers. The company reinforced logistics with new regional hubs and improved the free shipping program, even with adjustments to minimum purchase values. In 2023, the company stayed on track with its plan for profitability, prioritizing key markets and optimizing its operations. Despite a global slowdown in the tech sector, Shopee managed to maintain solid performance, especially in Southeast Asia and Brazil, where its brand became synonymous with affordable app-based shopping and constant promotions. Another 2023 highlight was the consolidation of its shoppertainment strategy, with more focus on Shopee Lives, gamified coupons, and direct interaction between sellers and buyers, strengthening user engagement within the app. By the end of 2023, Shopee was recognized as one of the largest e-commerce platforms in the world by number of active users, with a strong presence in emerging markets and a business model that aimed to balance growth and profitability, even in uncertain global conditions. In 2024, Shopee entered a phase of stabilization and operational maturity. After years of rapid growth and strategic adjustments, the company increasingly focused on efficiency, profitability, and innovation, especially in its most established markets like Southeast Asia and Latin America, with Brazil and Mexico as key highlights. Shopee maintained its leading position in Southeast Asia, particularly in Indonesia, the Philippines, and Vietnam. In Latin America, Brazil remained its largest market outside Asia, with millions of monthly active users and a growing ecosystem of local sellers. By 2024, about 90% of sales in Brazil came from local sellers, reflecting the success of its nationalization strategy. Throughout 2024, the company ramped up investments in logistics infrastructure, including new distribution centers and partnerships with local operators. This helped reduce delivery times and increased customer trust. Shopee also began using artificial intelligence at scale for personalized recommendations, fraud detection, automated customer support, and ad optimization for sellers. The concept of shoppertainment kept growing. Shopee further developed interactive live streams, where influencers and sellers showcased products with exclusive deals. These lives became a key engagement tool on the platform in 2024 and 2025, especially among younger users. With its core markets maturing, Shopee began to show more solid financial results, reducing losses and even reaching operational profit in certain regions during some quarters. This performance boosted confidence among investors and market analysts. Today, Shopee is one of the largest e-commerce platforms in the world, with a strong presence in emerging markets, a consolidated mobile-first model, and a global community of millions of sellers and buyers. The company continues to invest in technology, logistics, user experience, and responsible expansion, with a focus on markets offering sustainable returns. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell.